Hello, hello, hello. Great, beautiful, blessed afternoon. Morning. It is 11:52, almost noon, on a Thursday, in May, and that means it is Lupus Awareness Month. And if you've never seen me, I am Tennille Stewart. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus or other chronic illness go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. I am here today to continue the series. Today is the 15th of May and episode 96 in podcasting, as it will be. Um, Today, we're going to talk about lupus being global. Wait, can everyone see me? So I should be on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if you see me in any of those places, please drop a comment so that I know I'm being seen. I know it's harder to do this in the daytime when it's not my normal Monday at noon. So take your lunch break with me today. So yes, lupus is global. I know it's sometimes can get hard to see past your own front doors and your own in front of even your nose, like, because when things are going on with you, you tend to focus on what's relevant to you at the time. However, lupus is a global issue. There's over 5 million people worldwide that have some form of lupus, and because there's several different types. It's very prevalent in Africa, Asia, Latin America, the US, and Europe. So think about all the people in those places combined. It's a lot. And we have no cure in any of the places, which is insane. And we are blessed to be born where we are, especially like me. I have had access to really amazing doctors and really amazing care. And there are some low income rural areas that lupus is like underdiagnosed, misdiagnosed. I mean, it's misdiagnosed here. So I can only imagine the misdiagnosis, because the amount of symptoms that are ignorable for the beginning or the most part, or like you can write it off as so many other things. I can only imagine in some areas that they don't even have rheumatologists. Like the all the ists that I've acquired over my 20 years as a loopy, I cannot imagine my life without having them when I needed them. So be aware that there are people out there who have this, who just don't have access to the things you have access to. So be grateful, be very grateful. Um, some of the medications they can't even afford. I remember I've told this story that, when I was waitressing and I was taking a medication called Celcept, at that time, my insurance had gone haywire. And I realized, because my insurance wasn't covering it, that my pills for the day were $300. For taking 2 Celcepts is $150 a day. $150 per pill, and I was taking 2 pills per day. Just that. So I was taking other medication that was, I guess, more reasonably priced, and I would get more for my buck. But that, at that time, it was mostly a cancer medication, and I was just, they were introducing it to lupus patients, or depending on how severe your lupus was. And twice a day, $300 per day. Astronomical to me. And I was waitressing. I think I was in college at that time already, and like it was not a good time. So I can only imagine other places that they don't have insurance like us, and they don't have access to the pills that are very commonly used for us. Hey, warrior mom, thanks for being here. So that kind of stuff blows my mind. If you think about the fact that it's not just us and it's everyone, it makes me personally more convicted about finding cures and finding treatments and finding, answers to these things, because the people who don't even get the care that's as good as we get, and we are suffering out here. So how? In some cultures, also, they don't even acknowledge chronic illness. Like, they do the very much the survival of the fittest, and like if you're just left behind, you're left behind, and or they put you in a madhouse or like that kind of thing. Um, the stigmas everywhere, and in America, we have huge stigmas on chronic illness in general and lupus because it's such a mystery. So like you can't see it, so it's very confusing to people. Invisible illnesses across the board. However, in other countries, it's way worse. Like especially because it's majority a woman's disease. Women don't get the respect they deserve just to exist. Like birthing babies and doing the like labor of raising families, even if it's not completely their families, the all aunties, the grandmas, all the things. And in other countries, it's worse than it is here. So advocacy across the globe is the like mission. It is you can look up groups like the World Lupus Foundation or Lupus UK or Lupus Europe. There's another one that I like. Either way, wherever you are in the world watching this, please look up how you can get involved in lupus advocacy where you are, or what foundations or orgs or that kind of thing that are around you that you can uh, be a part of. It's very important. It's very important, not just where you are, but everywhere. I mean, I have family in the UK. I have family in Australia. I have family um, in the islands. Like, just it needs to be handled everywhere. So, um, the like in your sphere, in your world, your family, your mother, your father, your whoever's taking care of you, or maybe you're the caretaker, being the advocate, the emotional support, the medical translator. That is huge. I remember so vividly having such brain fog that I could not understand much of anything, and my mother breaking things down to me like, this is what's happening, this is what they're talking about, what do you think about that? And when the doctors were talking, I swear it was just Charlie Brown, wah 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 wah, because they're using all these big words, and like my brain hadn't even acclimated to being like alive at that time because I had just come out of the ICU. I couldn't work my own phone. Like, you need all of that support from wherever you can get it from. So family support directly improves the outcome and emotional resilience of patients. So support your people where they are and find some support to give to other people in other places. For real, something about it, helping other people helps me so much. Like, I'm so grateful that I decided to start talking about this and, you know, reaching out to people, and like these conversations that I have with my clients and people who are in the same vein of work, they light me up and they give me hope and they remind me like I'm not just fighting for myself, I'm fighting for everyone who's been touched by this illness, somebody who has been, a family member, a loved, a romantic partner, a coworker, like anybody who's seen this happen in front of their eyes, it has affected. So remember that you can do all things. You can go fast alone, but you can go far with a community, with people who are going to stand by you. So find you a community to stand by you. I really encourage you to today and this whole month really talk about lupus in different parts of the world and different parts of your life, because I know it's there. Just because you don't acknowledge it does not mean it's not there. There's somebody near or far who's being affected by this disease, and invite invite them to do something. Like, invite them into your world in some kind of way, even if they might not go because they don't feel well. Make them feel important today. Give your auntie in whatever other country a call. Check on them. And you could check out any of these orgs. Donate to something. Or tell your story to somebody. Like, I would share this podcast, share one of my longer podcasts, tell somebody somewhere something about lupus. We need to keep talking about this. This is not just a an us thing. It's not just a them thing. This is a global thing that we need to cure. We need to be fighting together. We need to band together and fight together. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here on day 15 of Lupus Awareness Month. Today is, what is the day? Today is also global family. No, it's International Day of Families Day. No. The 17th is actually. No. Today is. I have a whole calendar of all these like holidays, so I can tell you when I'm on here. So today is International Day of Family. So I want to honor caregivers. I am a caregiver right now. If you hear music playing in the background, I have music playing for my grandmother who has dementia. So she'll chill out while I'm out of the room. So pray for me. And caregivers, aunties, uncles, parents, cousins, spouses, chosen family. Oh gosh, chosen family. I'm so deeply in love with my core friend group, and I'm so blessed to have them. Because they hold us down on the hardest days of our lives, and they don't even necessarily have to know it, you know? Just love on somebody today. They might not be doing as well as you see them doing, okay? So have a great day. Thank you so much. Stay happily healed. Bye.